So hello guys, today I am going to discuss the problem of code forces round 653 of division 3, and I'm going to discuss the problem C, move brackets. So here is the problem statement. You can see on this screen. You are given a bracket of sequence S of length n, where n is even, divisible by 2. The string S consists of n by 2 opening bracket and n by 2 closing bracket, and in one move you can choose exactly one bracket and move it to the beginning of the string or to the end of the string. So basically, for any index I, you can choose the bracket and move it to the beginning or to the end. So, and you have to find the minimum number of moves required to obtain regular bracket sequence from S, and the definition of regular brackets is given here. So this is a regular bracket sequence. Now if S is a regular bracket sequence, then this is a regular bracket sequence. So basically you have to make the given expression a regular bracket sequence. So these are the example of regular bracket sequence, as you can see here, because here is a opening bracket, here is a closing bracket, again opening, then closing. But these are the not a regular sequence, because this is a closing sequence, closing parenthesis, and before it you are not given any opening parenthesis, so this is not a valid sequence. Now coming to the test case, T is you will given and the input. So here it is given in the output that the minimum number of moves required to obtain a regular bracket sequence from S. It can be proved that the answer always exists under the given constraint. There are so many ways to do this problem. I'm going to explain the logic behind this problem. Suppose, so come here. So suppose you are given a expression. Taking the first example, you can see here you are given a closing parenthesis, and then after that you are given a opening parenthesis. So this is not a regular expression. As you can see, for this particular bracket there is no opening parenthesis, and hence this is not a closing, this is not a regular expression. So make it a regular expression, you have to move this parenthesis in the beginning, or you can move this parenthesis to the last. So after performing one single operation you will get a expression this. So this is a valid. As you can see, there is a closing parenthesis for this opening parenthesis and a opening parenthesis for this closing parenthesis. So it can be simply solved by using a. So there are so many ways to solve these questions. It can simply solved by using a stack of character. You can see the second example also. This is a given. This is given a closing parenthesis, then opening parenthesis, then a closing parenthesis, then an opening parenthesis. So this is a regular valid expression. You don't need to perform any number of moves. So the answer for this input is 0. So you can come to the last problem. You can see here that this is a closing parenthesis, again this is a closing parenthesis, again there is a closing, and hence opening, opening, opening parenthesis. So up to this I have taken, and then closing parenthesis, closing parenthesis, closing parenthesis. So you can see that this is a regular valid expression. Up to this is a regular valid expression, and up to this is a regular valid expression. So also there should be a, I have missed something, there should be a two opening parenthesis, because it is provided that answer always exists under the given constraint. So to make it a valid, you have to move this to the forward and this parenthesis to the forward, so it becomes a valid regular expression, and you have to perform two moves. So it can simply solved by using a stack. As take a character of stack. I am explaining for the second problem. So let it be this and this, make it this, and explaining. I am going to explain this problem that you are you have encountered a first closing parenthesis. So put it in on the stack. Then you have encountered a closing parenthesis, put it in the stack. Then you have encountered a closing parenthesis, put it in the stack, and here you can see that this closing parenthesis gets a opening parenthesis below it. So this is a valid expression, so you can pop the stack, you can pop it here, pop it this stack. Now again you see that this is a closing parenthesis, push it in the stack. This is a closing parenthesis, put it in the stack. Again you can see that there is a matched font, so you can delete or pop this both the parenthesis. Again at last you can see that this is a closing parenthesis, so opening parenthesis. So at last you will get a stack like this. There is a opening parenthesis and there is a closing parenthesis. So here you cannot pop the a stack because this closing parenthesis, sorry, this opening parenthesis comes after the opening parenthesis, so there is no match. So here you can perform a single operations. Either you can move this to opening parenthesis in the beginning or move this closing parenthesis in the last. So we will taking the size of the stack. Suppose this is here, it is 2, and divide it by 2, because for we will get here 1. So in one operation you make this stack a regular expression, sorry. Okay, so in one expressions a regular expression. So if the size of the stack is n, then you have to perform n by 2 number of operations to make it a regular valid expression. So I hope you guys get the idea. Now I'm going to explain the code. So here I've taken the test case t, and for each test case I have taken the length of the string and the string itself, and after that here you can see that I have taken a stack of character and traversing in the string. So if the length of the stack is empty, I am pushing the character in the stack, but if the length of the string is not empty, then if it is a opening parenthesis, then we will simply put it on the our stack, because if it is a opening parenthesis, then after that if any closing parenthesis comes, then we only pop the stack. As you can see here, I have explained here the idea. So here we will simply push it in the stack, and else if we get a closing parenthesis, so we will check our top of the stack. If our top of the stack is a if our top of the stack is a closing parenthesis, sorry, a opening parenthesis, then we will pop the top of our stack. So here you can suppose take an example of this. So we will traverse to our string, this is a closing parenthesis, then we will simply, sorry, this so we will traverse through our string, this is a opening parenthesis, so we'll push it in our stack, then move forward. We will come here and see this is a closing parenthesis and our top of the stack is a opening parenthesis, so we will simply pop our stack, top of the stack. Else this is not a opening parenthesis, we will suppose this is our questions. Suppose this is our question input. Suppose this is our input. So we will come here. A stack is our empty. We will push it in the stack. So we will come here. We will see our stack is empty. We will push it in the stack. We will come to here. We will see that our next expression is a next string is a closing parenthesis. So closing parenthesis, and our top of the stack is not a opening parenthesis. You can see this is a closing parenthesis. Then we will simply push it in the stack, and after traversing to the string, we will see, we will get the size of the stack and divide it by 2. As you can see here, I have explained that if the size of the stack is n, then you have to perform n by 2 number of operations. So I will put the link in the descriptions. If you have any doubt, comment below.